Good evening, viewers, and welcome back to yet another fascinating episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice and also profile local figures who are making an impact. With me, your host, Chris Kaukemo. Please stay tuned for this exciting episode. Welcome, big viewers, to another exciting episode of Career Chronicles, where we give you expert advice and also profile local figures who are making an impact. Today in studio, I'm joined by a very interesting personnel. She is a psychological counselor, by the way. So uniquely, she has a very broad portfolio she's going to talk about today. So thank you very much for joining us, Simone.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you
So
for having
without
me.
wasting time, I'm quite interested to know how you came about this field. Who found who? Did the field find you? Or growing up, someone asked me what I want to become. I'll hear common where it's like, I want to become a president, I want to become a doctor, but not quite familiar with hearing a psychological counselor. Tell me about this journey.
So I guess the career found me and I found the career at the same time. I didn't always know what I wanted to do. So I only decided in grade 11 of high school what I wanted to study.
Yeah.
And I actually initially thought I wanted to become a social worker because I'm very passionate about kids. But then I actually decided my heart wouldn't take it. So then I looked at psychology and I did a career test with my teacher and we ended up on psychology. And yeah, now I've been doing it ever since.
Okay, was there always something you would have considered apart from being a counselor?
Was it something else? Or?
Yeah, you would want to consider before, or was it always something you prioritized before?
No, actually. If I really could, I would want to be an artist, but we can do that on the side.
Okay.
I've always had a passion for helping people, and I was kind of the family psychologist almost before I started officially studying it. So it was always an interest of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm keen and interested to know in how you actually saw this and how did you find the need in actually being in this portfolio?
In this profession,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a massive need for it.
Yeah.
I think, and not just in private practice, mostly in the government facilities and free facilities, there's a massive need for psychology. And obviously now there's still a lot of stigma around mental health going on. So I think although there is a lot of psychologists flooding the market, we always need more because people's problems won't stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, people need us.
Yeah, of course. It's quite challenging to become a psychological counselor, one could say. But tell us about how you actually saw yourself in this space. What other qualities you think you carried to do good in this space?
As a counselor, I think it's really important that you have a passion for people.
Yeah.
And that you care about people. I don't necessarily think that you have to be extroverted or you have to be a very social person because it's very one-on-one and intimate. You need to have the ability to connect with people and listen to them.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. If you don't like people, you can't be in this profession. And yeah, I think that your overarching need to help people and help them become healthier and better should be your driving force in this field, if that makes sense.
So I'm interested to know if you maybe encountered an event where you spoke to someone or you counseled someone and your event was actually positive. Do you recall any event like that?
What do you mean, the outcome?
Yeah.
I mean, oftentimes it's a process and to be honest with you, sometimes if people don't return, it means they are doing well. But it is great to see positive impacts on people and to see changes happening in front of your eyes. So yeah, that has happened before. If you're talking about therapy sessions specifically.
Specifically.
So yeah, we see that every day, people changing their lives, but it's not because of us, it's because of the effort that they put in. Sometimes they just need that push.
Wow.
And that's what we do as a job. We don't come in and change a person's life, we help them to change their lives themselves.
Do you recall any moment where your career was actually maybe challenging? Maybe you have like a session that was very challenging for you and maybe you required external help from a co-worker?
Every day, Chris.
Every day.
Yeah, this happens a lot. That's why we have what we call in psychology, we have supervision. So you meet up with therapists who have more experience than you or work in a slightly different field, and then you share your knowledge and expertise with each other. And we do case management. So there's honestly a lot of times there's a lot of eyes going through one case to make sure that you are doing the right thing, you're acting ethically, and you're acting in the client's best interest. So I do get assistance from other professionals and my supervisor all the time. Obviously I felt a bit more challenged at the start when I was still a newbie and I was still new to the field. It's a bit more easier now, but you still get cases every day where you need someone's opinion and advice from someone.
Okay, I'm interested to know again if, I'm always interested by the way, so, would you perhaps tell us what is the most challenging part you think? You mentioned a few challenges, but would you tell us a challenging part from your side, maybe the biggest challenge you think is in this job?
I think the biggest thing is probably we can't save a client. Sometimes I wish that I can go and fight that coworker of you that's treating you badly, or I can go and reprimand this child who's bullying my client at school. But we can't do that. We can't save a person and we can't take them out of their circumstances. That's not our job. So I think a challenge for many therapists is remembering that there are limits and there are boundaries, and you're here in a professional capacity and you can't solve the client's problems for them, which is obviously difficult because you have a lot of empathy for people and you don't want someone to be going through something difficult. And then also sometimes it really is heartbreaking to hear people's stories and know that they are struggling with this, and you wish that you could just make them go to sleep and wake up and not have this, let it all be a dream. That is really difficult, but that is part of the job. That's what we signed up for, so we have to deal with it.
I hope your guys really overcome it.
Thank you,
But
Chris.
moving on with my challenges now, I'm looking at stigma around counseling. You know, not a lot of people are often free to come forth and receive the help they need. But what do you think about the stigma in the different communities, and what do you have to say about people coming to your doorstep and actually knocking for help?
I think that they are very brave.
Yeah.
I think that they are change makers, and it takes a lot of strength to come for counseling, even though your culture or your family, your immediate environment is telling you that it's only for mad people and they are stigmatizing you. So it really takes a brave person to go against that and to do what's best for them. And obviously there's still a lot of stigma that exists. Even sometimes people who come for therapy feel like they are skeptical about it until they start doing it and they see the benefits of it and the impact it's having on them. So this is a challenge. In Namibian communities specifically, it's still very real and we deal with it every day. But I commend the people who decide that they are going to move past that or look past that to help themselves.
Okay, I want to move away from the challenges now. I'm looking at it as a job description now, its own. What advice would you give to someone maybe like me who wants to become a psychologist but not really convinced if I can do good in this job? So what advice would you give to someone who is looking up to being a psychological counselor some good day?
I think you have to possibly do like a career guidance test to make sure that your personality fits well into the profession. Tests don't lie, so I would consult a professional if you're really considering it. And then remember, it is quite a long journey to get there. It's not just you go study and then that's it. You can see clients. It's quite a journey. People don't know the admin involved in it. So do your research, do it well, and go talk to actual therapists, psychologists, and talk to them about how it is on a day-to-day basis so you can really be sure. Because there's so much that you invest into this profession, it's not worth it if you're not sure that you want to be doing it. You really have to have a passion for it because it's not for everyone. And that's okay, but it costs a lot of money to get here also, and time and energy, and it's difficult. So do your homework.
I have to close off actually, but I can't excuse this question. So would you perhaps tell us how do you actually deal with your own mental health as a psychological counselor?
So we do see our own therapists. Not that you are expected to do it, but it is such a benefit. I see your own therapist because obviously we go through our own issues as well, and it is a responsibility that we need to take care of ourselves. And yeah, do self-care. I do self-care. I do things that fill my own cup. Not that I always practice what I preach, which I should, but yeah, it's important. I do things that make me feel relaxed and it make me feel happy, especially if I've had a tough week. That's important for us too. We're not immune to the issues out there just because we work in this profession. Yeah, so we also try to take care of ourselves.
Okay, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much,
Thank you, Chris,
for sharing your journey with us. We hope to see you in a very good space and coming back and telling us your outcomes of the journey.
Thank you,
it's quite a long one, and all I encourage you to do, it's not an easy job, but yeah, keep pushing.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Simone sharing her psychological counseling journey with us. If you heard her right, she said, do your homework to become a psychological counselor.
Welcome to Penduka. I'm Landuleni. Penduka was founded in 1992 by Dutch lady Christine and a local lady Malta. So they found Penduka to help women, to empower women. So we have two departments, hospitality and production. Hospitality offer accommodation and restaurant. Production offer product and craft product. So come, let me give you a tour. So this is our first workshop. We call it batik. What we do here is we paint fabric with fabric paint. Welcome to the sewing workshop. So this is where the sewing takes place. Basically, this is when they finalize the product. So these ladies, they are doing a client order. They are doing 2,000 bags, and the rest they are doing the shop order. Every product that we make here, we sell it here. This is our shop. So we make products like cushion covers, aprons, tablecloths. So we have 50 women that stays in the location, and they come here, get a fabric or with it, and then they do this head embroidery. Over here we recycle glass. So what we do is we collect glass and then we smash them here. These and smash them to make beads. So these are the beads that we made out of the bottles. also offer accommodation on the affordable price. On hospitality, we also have a bar. You can come have fun this side. Thank you very much for coming to Penduka. I hope to see you all soon.
And that concludes our episode of Career Chronicles. If you missed this episode, you can always catch the repeat on oneup2.com. From myself, Elliot Ikpinge, it's good night.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was all from this week's interesting Career Chronicles episode. From me, your host, Chris Kaukema, it's bye-bye.